hate you. This is not conjecture. This is not hyperbole. This is a fact. The undeniable evidence is plain to see. They use you for sex but refuse to give you marriage. They get you pregnant and leave you to fend for yourself, without resources, without support, without help. They do this at a 77% rate. In case you can't recognize it, this is hate. They shoot up your communities. Your kids are killed. They see the damage they cause and they continue it still. They beat, rape, and murder you at the highest rates. There is nothing you can call this behavior except hate. They refuse to build resources. They refuse to protect you and work hard to make sure that the whole world rejects you. They write songs calling you bitches and hoes, and that's the way that hatred grows. So the whole world joins in dehumanizing you. They hate you and makes the world hate you too. They tell the whole world you are ugly, unloved. They call you unworthy, undesirable, and if that's not enough, they sex traffic you and your daughters. They don't see it as wrong. They molest over 60% of our little girls before they're even grown. They use you as mules. They use you as tools. They use you like fools. And to them, it's all cool. And they do this publicly for the whole world to see. How much more hateful can hatred be? They manipulate you in every way to gain your love, labor, and energy. And once they receive it, they spit on you, they hit on you, they shit on you, and they quit on you. And then they say that's how you deserve to be treated. They throw you in freezers. They bash you in the head. They kidnap you, rape you, they leave you for dead. Then they blame you for it and they laugh. They laugh at your suffering. They laugh when you're dying. They laugh at your injuries. They laugh when you're crying. They laugh at your trauma. They laugh while they victimize you. They laugh at all the forms of violence they commit against you. They laugh and they laugh. They laugh with glee because there's nothing that brings them more joy than making you bleed. So don't come at me because what I say is true. Whether you believe it or not, they hate you. And they're so proud of their abuse against you. They go live and record it so that the pain they inflict on you can give them pleasure to watch and the world can enjoy it too. They show you humiliated, dehumanized, and crying in pain. They harm you for clickbait, for their profit and gain. And when confronted with the mountain of evidence of their abuse, they refuse to listen. They've got an excuse. When you talk about it, they tell you you're being divisive, a distraction. They say you're wrong. They take no responsibility, no accountability, and their hate for you goes on. So I don't care what they say. I don't care how they feel. And I don't care about their professions of love. It ain't real. This is pure, unbridled, unrepentant hate. Their actions prove it, and they've sealed their fate. They hate you. And to show you the proof of what I say, you knew exactly who I meant when I said they.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as per the title, guys, you can see this male that you're viewing here on your screen. He's gonna be the Dusty of the day, to be quite honest. I don't really know his name and I don't really care to know it because at the end of the day, we're going to continue to come out here and drag these Dusty for the filth that they are. So I just came across TikTok, this Dusty male out here doing what they do best, yapping instead of them going out here, running on a treadmill, being a builder, being a protector. We know that the only thing that the least producing males of society, aka black male, we know that the only thing that they're good at, the only thing that these male has a master in is them out here continuously talking down, demeaning, disrespecting black women, literally every opportunity that they get. And black woman, this is precisely why I'm gonna always ask y'all, why do y'all continue to risk your life to give these very much underserving, waste of sperm life. At the end of the day, I think that these males at this time and age, they have made it abundantly clear how they feel about you as a black woman. But for whatever reason, black women just don't want to take what these males are saying to heart. Black women continue to ignore each and every single thing that these least producing males of society have to say. But nonetheless, guys, listen to this very much unproductive, least producing, most incarcerated, degenerate male had to say about black women, and then we will come back with more.
Black women don't have any respect in America from anybody because black women don't have any respect for themselves. It's self-evident. This is something it's not a secret. The problem is we just don't want to tell black women this because we've got to hold your hand and act like you're a queen when you ain't a fucking queen. If anything, you're the queen of the slums. You're the queen of the rats. You're the rat queen. That's all it is. You don't take care of yourself. You don't carry yourself in a productive manner. The ones who do, they get a bad name. They get bad representation because of you. This is why black men, and I don't agree with it, but black men go over to other countries and want to get with, Asian women and coconut women, because at least coconut woman isn't going to talk back and give her sass and then try to get, I'm going to put this nigga on child support and all this other shit. When he's a good man. I'm not talking about the bad ones. We know the bad ones ain't shit. But you run away and scare away the good ones. And that's why they don't want to be with you, because they don't want to waste all their time, hard work, and effort on a woman that does not even value them significantly. And black women don't value black men or any man significantly.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, not necessarily anything new, just the least producing males of society coming out here running their filthy mouth, continuously telling black women precisely how they feel about them. But black women just continue to ignore each and every single thing that these males had to say. You guys know, once I saw this, I had to hop into the comment section, and we have so much dust basket like himself coming out here. We already know wherever there's one of these least producing males of society talking down on black women, we can always count on a ton more of them to come out here and second what he had to say. And unfortunately, we also know that oftentimes we will have these male identified low self-esteem black women coming out here and agreeing with the least producing males of society, talking so negatively about them, and they're just out here kikiing and agreeing to what these dust bucket had to say. So as you guys can see, this first commentator say, you're not helping no one with what you are saying. There are plenty of good black women who are queens and respected many, many times. You guys just heard this dust bucket say that the only reason why these least producing males of society go out here and they go to these other country so that they can get these women, so these women won't talk back to them. We already know that the primary reason that these males go, what they like to call themselves, the passport bros, we know that these passport broadcasts, the only reason why they does that is because they for themselves has come out here and say that they want to go and they want to get women that are impoverished, because these women are in this predicament. They know that these women are only going to utilize them for the $5 that they have. But these males, they feel like the only reason why they don't want to deal with women within the US is because women within the US expect them to be men, expect them to have a job, expect them to go out here, have a car, to have a place to live in. It is like, how dare you as a black woman expect a black male to live like the rest of us citizens? How dare you expect these men not to be living in their mom basement? How dare you expect these men to have a car and not having to deal with him to take the bus everywhere? How dare you expect these males to have a job and not have to depend on you or depend on their mom or be married to the government? How dare you as a black woman expect these men to come out here and live like law-abiding citizens? How dare you expect these men to go out here and live up to the mantle of manhood? Just what a shame on you, black woman. How dare you expect these men to be a man? How dare you? Just the audacity, black woman. Like I mentioned previously, we already know where there's one dust bucket, we can always count on more of them. So as you guys can see, this Dusty here, he said, most masculine women of any culture and want to be called queens. And I think it is quite interesting how these little effeminate biatches, they like be out here calling black women masculine. The only reason why black women are masculine is because the feminine role is already taken up by y'all weak asses. It is so interesting to me how these males will continuously be coming out here on social media running their filthy mouth. You guys imagine if these males were investing all of the time that they come on social media to invest by dragging, demeaning, disrespecting black women every opportunity that they get. Imagine if they were allocating all of that time and energy within the black community. Can you guys imagine how differently the black community would be? But I digress. This other Dusty say it was only a matter of time till someone said, and my boy said it. Naturally, we already know where we have one of the non-selected group of women and we have the least producing males of society. I have told you guys over and over the common denominator that these two group of people that nobody really wants. The one thing that they do have in common is their hatred for you as a black woman. So this non-selected, I'm pretty sure she's somewhere laying out with a king that she's most likely taking care of. So as you guys can see here, Pamela Lucas say, keep telling the truth. And naturally, this Dusty where there's anyone coming out here disrespecting black woman, as you guys can see, this Dust Bucket went and he liked the comment, basically giving her the okay for her to come out here and also disrespect black woman. Just like this poet say at the beginning of this video, these male hate you black woman and they are working overtime to also get the entire universe to go against y'all. But unfortunately, we will have all of these male-identified women still within my comment section talking the BS that nobody is going to respond to. But nonetheless, as you guys can see, this other commentator responded by saying, who are you speaking of? I'm black and you don't know me. You're making universal statements that are logical fallacies. You don't know every black woman on the planet. And naturally, we already know these males aren't able to think beyond what's right in front of them, right? They just continue to come out here and regurgitate the stuff that the Dusties before them has regurgitated, right? We have this other person here trying to gaslight her by saying, you're proving his point, laughing my ass off. So simply because black women were coming out here and we're defending ourselves, we're proving this dust bucket point. What point? Again, the only point that these least producing males of society should be proving at this point is them going out here and getting every other group of male foot off of their neck. That's the only thing that they need to be coming out here and proving in 2025. If they're not proving that, I have absolutely nothing that I want to hear, that I want to listen to, that I want to see when it pertains to the least producing males of society. So as you guys can see, this commentator say, hey brother, I'm a black woman. I just want you to know that this broke my heart, but God bless you and may he remember you. And I don't know why we always have these black women coming out here and trying to get the validation and the attention from the least producing male society. Like, girl, why do you feel the need for you to come out here and want this male to acknowledge you? Nonetheless, so this other commentator came on here and say something that I have consistently been regurgitating on here, and it's simply because it is the truth. It says, Google, you can't be that smart. Black women are the most educated demographic in America in 2025. I'm done. Again, mic drop, because there's not more that you can say after that. What status that is positive that black male has? Nothing. That's negative? Oh, let me see. They're the most incarcerated, they're the least married, they're the least educated, they're the most to go out here and abandon their kids, they're the most to go out here and commit crime, they're the most to just literally just be degenerate. Like I said, black women run circles around the least producing males of society over and over. So for them to continuously come out here and run their filthy mouth, trying to get the universe to go against you as a black woman. And again, we have some delusional, low self-esteem black women that are coming out here and agreeing with these male. And as you guys can see, we have this other commentator. She say, I have a serious question. How many of the women you're speaking of grew up with a respectful and respected father in their home. We are what we learn. The situation seems a little bleak. And as you guys can see, even though when that other non-selected was coming out here and applauding him for quote unquote speaking the truth, notice how he was liking what she had to say. But now, because this woman pointed out a very much valid question, asking how much of them didn't really come out here and abandon these same black women that they continuously come out here and talk so much BS about. Notice that he's nowhere in sight. Again, because these males will continuously come out here, run their filthy mouth, and talk so negatively about you as a black woman. But then when you try to reverse the mirror and ask them, okay, what these same black women that you're talking about that are so masculine, that are so independent, that they're not queen, that they're at the bottom, where were the black male that was supposed to love, cherish, and raise them? Did these males stick around and raise them, took care of their responsibility? Or did they do what black men are used to doing, which is just impregnating these women and walking out on their kids? I'll wait. So this other dust bucket said, all that entitlement, but are at the bottom of the barrel, which I think it is quite interesting, because even though we already know black males don't really qualify for anything if it doesn't have to do with degeneracy, you know that these males are only qualified to be criminals, right? So for them to continuously coming out here and talking about you as a black woman, you're at the bottom of the barrel, just the audacity. So this one here, we already know this is another Dusty, right? He said, I dated one back in the 90s. She stole my wallet on the first day and helped me look for it. I think it is quite interesting, because we already know these males don't even know what money is, let alone wallet. But we know that they're going to come out here and say anything at the extent of you as a black woman, right? So this other commentator said, as a white woman, I'm offended and upset about you saying that. Notice again, he's nowhere in sight. This other one say, why are you so mad? You must don't like your mother. To which this commentator responded by saying, why is this y'all only comeback? This one say, I love black women. I don't know what type of girls you guys are talking about. Exactly. Again, these low-hanging fruit, non-selected, most incarcerated, least educated, they're the only one that continuously come out here and let the entire universe know how they have such profound hatred for you as a black woman. Everybody else who's out here being a good citizen, being a productive citizen of society, they know that black women are doing what needs to be done. Can you guys imagine if black women weren't in the black community? Can you guys imagine what it would look like? And to be quite frank, I don't even think there would be a black community if black women weren't as resilient as we are, because we already know black males, they don't really care about building and protecting and providing. So this one say, you can't handle them, so you complain. Again, this is literally the only thing that these males could come out here, come run their filthy mouth. Again, imagine all the time that they come out here running their dirty, filthy mouth. Imagine if they were investing that same energy into bettering themselves, into bettering the black community. So this one say, not the coconut woman. This dust bucket say, they don't respect anyone and anything. And naturally, the Dusty, the creator, he liked that one, right? But when these women is out here asking him, where were the fathers that were supposed to raise this woman that you're talking so negatively about? Notice that he was nowhere in sight. This dust bucket said hard truth. Naturally, he liked it. This other Dusty said all over TikTok. Again, he liked it. This one said, thank you, sir, for being able to speak facts. This black woman say, I have a black man I value and he value me too. It's sad but true. Just shut the hell up. And naturally, he liked this because this is precisely what these males feed off of, right? They like to get these non-selective black women that has very low self-esteem, that they have a Pookie and Ray Ray, that for the most part, we know that these black women they're taking care of. They're having 2 and 3, 4 jobs so that they can keep their Dusty in their house all day playing video games, so that they can also get them the latest Jordan. These males are so disgusting, and black women, y'all don't really help the situation either. So this other pick me say, And the newer generation is even worse because of my generation of parents want to be their friends. Just shut the hell up. This dust bucket said facts. This one say I run away opposite direction. So confrontational. Naturally, he liked it. This one say keep speaking the truth. Again, this is a non-selected from her community. I can assure you guys she's also out here taking care. We have another non-selected from her community. She say keep speaking the truth, bro. And once again, we already know most likely someone who the man within her community didn't necessarily wanted her. So she had to come to one of the trash collectors of society. And this is why she feels so comfortable coming out here and saying these type of stuff. I have told you guys over and over, these non-selective Becky, Marie, and Ling Ling, the only reason why they be feeling so bold coming and talking on you as a black woman is because the lowest hanging fruit of society has made them feel that comfortable. So what they do is like they will do it in her house again, because we know that once one of these dust bucket is one of these non-selected, we know that for the most part they're living off of her. She's taking care of him. So what would happen is because she's in her house and she can say whatever the hell she want, and she gets so comfortable with these low-hanging fruit, then they will come and bring it out in the public, right? This is why you have them publicly coming out here and agreeing with these dust bucket. This other one say, as a black girl, this is the unfortunate truth for most of us. I get judged by black women for being soft-spoken, girly, wearing makeup, dresses, etc. Get told I'm whitewashed, lol. Again, as you guys can see here, according to her comment, she's a little young pygmisha. So unfortunately, once she continued to grow up, it's only gonna get worse. This other dust bucket say, I've been saying this for a while. This dust bucket say, right, every country only has one queen, so how can they all be queen? It is quite interesting because aren't y'all continuously coming out here calling yourself king? Like, I've never seen a group of king that has been so conquered in my entire universe. These king, they always living in their mom basement. These king don't never have a car. These king don't never have a job. I think that is quite interesting. This other dust bucket say, thank you for saying it out loud. This one say, you do have to feel sorry for the really good ones, just too few. This dust bucket here that again, instead of him putting down those McDonald's, instead of him running on that treadmill, the way he's running his filthy, greasy mouth here in this YouTube street, as you guys can see, he said, been saying this for years. Again, just shut the hell up and stuck all of those McDonald's down your throat, and potentially you can just choke on them. And just do all of us a favor. This other dust bucket say, I want to repose so bad. Go on and do it, Dusty. But nonetheless, guys, as you guys can see, we have one Dusty coming out here telling us precisely who he is, showing us that he don't like black women. We always have black women coming out here within the comment section, agreeing with these males, talking down on them, demeaning them for the entire universe enjoyment. And yet black women are continuing to give these ways of sperm life. Nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say on this whole predicament. What are your thoughts and opinion? Or please get in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs and then still let them get the credit for it.